started recording. Now it is done. So here we go. She has bracelets on her arms and pearl drops ears. Her hair sweeps down upon the floor. This young boy imagines the sleeping princess that her bracelet, which she is wearing in her arms, is very precious, and the pearl drops in her ears. She's wearing the pearls in her ears, and her hair are so long that they sweep down even touching the floor. That means to look at the floor easily. So this is the vivid description of the girl which this boy imagines, and he puts up the detail of the princess also. She will wake when I touch her with my magic band, and jewels will fall from her lips when she smiles. Now, this boy says that the sleeping princess can only be awakened when he uses his magic wand. Actually, there's no magic wand, it's his imagination. It's his way of showing that he's so powerful that he could do wonders with his magic wand, and he can make the princess wake up. And then he tells the smile. He compares the smile of this little princess with the jewels, and and he says that the moment she smiles, in her smiles, it appears, it's so beautiful, and it appears as if the jewels, the precious stones, are falling from this smile. But let me whisper in your ear, mother. She is there in the corner of our terrace, where the pot of the tulsi plant stands. Now again, he whispers in the ear of her mother, of his mother. This very well shows the term whisper, and the use of mother tells us that the only person he confides is the mother. Please switch off your mic. Switch off your mic. Everything is getting recorded. Even if you're not able to hear, you can hear the recording. So the only person he confides in is his mother. And then the whisper tells us that he doesn't want to break the silence. He doesn't want to be heard by anyone. Because the moment he be heard, the secret will no longer remain a secret and will be known, and then it might vanish away in the air. And then he says that the whole thing which he sees and appears is nowhere else but near the terrace and near the tulsi plant kept on the terrace. When it is time for you to go to the river for your bath, step up to that terrace on the roof. Now, in that roof only, he imagines that the time when the mother is going to take a bath, she doesn't have to go to any distant place or near the riverside. She can just step up the terrace roof and she'll be next to the river and next to the water body. And why he says that? Because the princess is seven seas impassable, next to the seven impassable seas. That means he imagines water. And then he tells his mother that you need not go to take a bath away in a river. All you need to do is just step up the terrace on the roof, and on reaching there, it's the place where you can take up a bath. I sit in the corner where the shadow of the walls meet together. Now, all this while, this small little boy is sitting next to the side of a wall where the shadows of two walls meet. That means it's a sunshine day. It's a sunshine afternoon time maybe, and the shadows are there. Instead of being inside the walls of his house, he's sitting in the terrace, imagining in his own beautiful world, sitting in the corner next to the shadow of the walls, and imagining the fairyland of his choice. Only Puss is allowed to come with me, for she knows where the Baba in the story lives. Now, the Puss is the cat he's referring to, and he says that small little cat, who's the pet of this boy, he says only the pussy cat can see where the Baba lives. In the story lives. In this particular story, he not only imagines the king, the queen, or the princess, but also a below standard person also, such as a Baba, who's not as rich as them. Even he is a part of a fairyland. That means not just the rich people are a part of it, but also the barber. Now, how is the pussy allowed to come with him? Now, he is using his pet because he is very friendly with that pet. that cat is very friendly to this boy, and he imagines that this pussy will be, just a second, it just vanished. I'll have to change my password. Did you all see that also? Anyways, so he sits with that pussy near the uh, near the where the shadow of the two walls meet, and then he thinks that only the pussy is allowed to come with him. Why? Because he's a that pussy, that cat is a proof that she can see and feel what the young boy is feeling. But let me whisper, mother, in your ear, where the Baba in the story lives. So now he's saying that still the Baba in the story can only be reached through him and through the pussycat, nobody else. Now, we all know that we cannot question a pussy because the cat's language will not be understood. So, just to prove his authenticity, just to prove that whatever he's saying is very true, is very correct, he's using that, he's saying that even my pussy knows this place. And since nobody can go and ask pussy, and neither the pussycat can tell in her own words that yes, he's right or yes, he's wrong. So this pussycat has been used as a support system for him to approve his story, which he's imagining. So again, he whispers to his mother in her ears that the barber is also reachable in the story only through the pussycat. It is at the corner of the terrace where the pot of the tulsi plant stands. And he again repeats that all this fairyland and the various creatures that residing in it, they're part of this, are on the terrace next to the tulsi pot, which is kept there at a stand. So we finish the explanation of the poem Fairyland. Let me just stop the recording now. How does it stop?